here we have Federica. So I want you to feel as relaxed as possible and start scanning your body from your feet, knees, hips, and the area around your upper thoracic spine to really sink it even more down. Where my hand is, you're squeezing your knees against my hand and you're keeping your feet rooted and you're noticing which leg squeezes my hands a little bit more, which foot presses down more. And although you tend to have a very hunched back, as you say, I'm gonna make your back even more curly and more hunched. Your mother probably wouldn't be very happy about this if she was watching this now, because she wants you to open your chest and bring the shoulder blades backwards all the time, which is a bit like annoying. But what I want you to do right now is to really think about the area of your front clavicle to be very soft and touch it. Just really touch it. Sometimes it may be very beneficial for you to stay in this position for quite a long time. And you really think about going around those little nitty-gritty spots of collapse, like tightening. And start using your breath around that area. We don't think about the 5% of lung capacity that is at the top of our sternum. But right now, I'm going to ask you to use that lung capacity and really move your arms backwards with the extra lung capacity and the softness you have created at the front of your underarmpit skin. And your fingers are stretching away. And I'm going to ask you to come a little bit backwards, okay? So when you're taking your arms backwards, you're interlocking your fingers. We did this a few times today. You're taking your arms backwards and you're going to start really pushing your palms, wrists and fingers against that wall. Pushing the wall away from you, quite a long way away from you, but using the wall as a pressure point. And you start, perfect. You're getting also your hands by the side. You are grabbing the mat with both hands. Now you are widening your collarbone and your shoulder blades and you're just bringing your body backwards slightly, that's it, to lengthen and bring the shoulder blades down a little bit, okay? Now, you're keeping the front collarbone open, great, very good, and your sacrum slightly long. Now this movement has allowed your back ribs to lengthen down. The top of the ribs, okay, the top of the sternum is opening. Now, I'm going to ask you to strengthen your arms against the wall from the bottom part of your upper thoracic area. So you're strengthening your arms and you're pushing your arms away, but you're not arching your lower back. I have my hands underneath your bottom ribs and I want you to keep your bottom ribs very connected, okay? So you're pushing away, but you're not letting that area disconnect or arch of the floor in this case, okay? You're squeezing your knees. Why I want you to squeeze your knees, because I'm going to ask you to lift your legs up while you're squeezing your knees and you're going to open your feet. Knees are squeezing my hand, not, that's it. Knees are squeezing, lift your feet a little bit higher, good, pause. Bring your knees more above your pelvis, that's it, a little bit more. Now lift your feet a little bit more. And open your feet a little bit wider. Thank you, but keep your knees squeezed in. Lift your feet a little bit more. There we are, perfect alignment. Now, I love the smile, that's great. Keep pushing your arms straight away from the back rib cage. Now, the knees squeezed in are expanding the back ribs. The back ribs going down are lifting the top sternum. Knees squeezing, femur head sinking in the socket, heels away. That's it, perfect, beautiful. Oh, I love the fact you're having a laugh here. That's good, because it's a lot of work, okay? Keep your palate long and extended, keep squeezing me, that's great, beautiful. Don't let your back arch. The more you're laughing, the more your ribs are gonna go down. It's actually fantastic. In life, if we are laughing and we have fun, we are more grounded. Isn't that amazing? Okay, so this is actually, we can see straight away. Good, keep squeezing a little bit more. I don't have it enough. Keep laughing a little bit more so your ribs are down. Good, give me a little bit of a squeeze there. That's it, lovely. Good. Perfect, and now with control, bring your feet down. Woo, I know, it's a bit intense, but you did a fantastic job. Stretch your legs away. Good. Imagine you have a block there. So I'm going to take a block, I'm going to place the block in between your knees. That's it. Block in between your knees, squeeze the block, push your inner thighs back and down, stretch your heels away and roll yourself upwards. Wonderful. Good girl. Very good. Now, bring yourself up. I'm going to take a roller. We used the roller before this morning, okay? I'm going to just quickly show you what I would love, for you to do. First, you're going to create a push-up position against the wall. So your feet are in alignment. You can keep your feet a little bit separated. That's it. And slightly rolled inwards because your outer heel tend to, perfect. Now it feels strange, but I want your femur head ideally more backwards and in alignment with your back ribs. Good, very good. Now think about engaging your legs, and I want to feel the power of your legs to where my hand is. Sounds crazy, but I know you can. Now ideally, this is a stick you have behind. I'm going to lower the stick because it's going to touch your beautiful hairdo. That's it, perfect. Now I like to keep a cervical spine curve around the top of the upper body and the lumbar curve there. Too much of a gap between the lower part of the back. Now, do you remember what I was asking you when you were on the floor? To keep your chest open. That's it. To keep the strength at the bottom of the under armpit skin by pressing the hands against the wall. And now to breathe against my hand. So that area has to flatten, not because you're attacking or because you are compressing your back ribs, because you're using your breath and the elongation of the front hip bones towards the back ribs. So as if the hip bones are lengthening upwards and the back ribs are expanding. That's it, perfect. Now I'm going to quickly show you what I would like you to try on the next movement. You're going to come all the way down, have your hands by the side, rolling the shoulder blades backwards. I quickly that way, I'm not doing a great job, but the best I can. Bringing your shoulder blades backwards, stabilizing in that spot, lengthening your legs away and gently coming upwards. You will not be able to come up, keeping your shoulder blades backwards, but I'm going to make you feel the amount of work as you were doing the same. You're going to use more legs power, feet against the wall, using the wall with your heels and your ankles as if your feet are actually standing on the wall, okay? You're taking the roller right at the top of your middle sternum, that's it. And again, your legs are doing more work. Your inner thighs are actually feel as if they're rolling inwards. They don't, but that's the idea. So remember the big toe slightly inwards and outer ankle pushing away, that's the idea. Very good. Strong inner leg. I'm rolling the thigh slightly inwards. I'm widening the sacrum, and you're now having a break in between your inner knee to work with. Your inner calf are stretching away against the wall, and from the outer ankle, outer knee and outer hips, you engage in your outer pelvis. You're placing your palms backwards in alignment with your bra line, and now you're bringing your shoulder blades back. Now you're bringing your head up. Remember the roller before? I was inviting the back of the skull to be long, okay? We got an important muscle there we're going to keep extended and long. The palate will be in alignment with your pelvic floor area. Now where my fingers are touching you, elongate that area. Remember that gap? We're going to make that gap slightly smaller by lifting the front ribs away from the roller. Ideally, your hip bones are not touching the roller, but your pubic bone does, and your fingers are pressing down like they are glued to the floor, spider to the floor. Good. Now get longer, stronger in your upper shoulder girdle, stronger in your hip girdle, stronger in your back leg, longer in your palate, longer in your heels. Squeezing that brick. I want to feel the squeeze of the brick to where my fingers are touching you. That's fantastic. Expand your back ribs a little bit more. Expand your back ribs a little bit more. Good. Ah, wonderful. And lift your knees up. Very good. That's it. Good. Wonderful. Now use the wall resistance against your feet to bring even more the pelvis backwards and upwards. Keep going backwards and upwards. Backwards and upwards. That's it. Very good. Your palms are pressing down as if they stretch and they spread the mat. They want to break the mat in two. Okay? You have wrist, fingers, elbows, under armpit to reach reach and lengthen in a straight line away towards your hips. If it doesn't happen today, you're doing a fantastic job. That's great, that's beautiful. Now, the under armpit skin and the hip bone are lengthening a little bit more. Now you're gonna bend your knees a little bit for me, and you're gonna lengthen the pelvis backwards and upwards. Bring the pelvis backwards and upwards. Good girl, good girl, good girl. Keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going. Press into your arms. Move the back pelvis and the back ribs away. Fantastic. Now engage your legs as much as you can. Engage your arms, engage your legs. That's great. Beautiful. Very impressed. Very, very impressed. Woo! No, it's a lot of work, but you've done amazing. We're gonna have the last movement now, the last exercise. Thank you for your kindness and calmness here. Woo! That's wonderful. So let's get ready for the last movement. Perfect. Okay, so now that we've done the alignment, the strength of the upper shoulder girdle, first we did the release, then we alignment, then we did the strength. Now we're going to do a little bit of proper deep stretch. And as you tend to lock the limbs, the upper limbs, I decided to use palms against palm to give you also some upper arm strength. And you tend to roll the legs out, so I'm giving you, because you've got many years of ballet, I'm going to ask you to really think about working with your inner knee against the brick, okay? I'm going to take the brick away, but you want to think about that. You're going to take your palms together, 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 together. Perfect, good. You're going to spread your fingers, you're going to push your elbow against that wall. Now you're going to squeeze the bottom tip of the shoulder blades in. Pause, pause, pause. Good. Now I know you can work on flexibility. I would love you to work on strength, okay? So resist the idea of becoming too flexible. Remember, overstretching the area of the body where you're constantly collapsing on all of a sudden may create scar tissue. We don't want scar tissue, we want elongation. So take your time and think about, I'm giving you this exercise for you to repeat at home, okay? Every other day, together with the little sequence we just done together, for you to get a little bit of an awareness, okay? So you're keeping your hip bones uplifted, the under armpit skin and the back floating ribs are widening, and then the sternum lengthens upwards. Good. You're keeping the palate long, wonderful. You try to work the legs, not locking, okay? And as we work in the inner ankle, we're pressing into the inner calf, let's say we're working the front ribs into the back, the heart stays open, good. Keep the work of your legs to elongate your trunk and give you a lot of resistance and space around your chest. Ah, fantastic. Well done, well done. Good. To finish with, we just get a little stretch on the upper back, like a roll down, but with a little bit of a twist. So we keep the hip bones uplifted, we roll the feet inward slightly, and we reach forwards without losing the rolled up mat. We're gonna go to it with a tempting here, because you may lose the rolled up mat, you may not slow down the movement on the way down, and it takes practice, so don't worry if it happens that way. Just, we just go with the flow, okay? So lengthen, don't hold your breath, but use the mat to lift the skin at the front of the pubic bone upwards. It feels amazing when it happens. Ideally, it should go down slowly. Don't think about losing the mat, okay? Use the mat to expand the back ribs and kidneys, okay? It's okay, that's fine. I told you it's fine. Let's do it another time and see if we are a little bit lucky. Take your time, use the legs, okay? Align your feet, pigeon toe your feet slightly. Use the mat to lift the skin, the front of the skin, that's it. Okay, ideally, more control on the way down using the legs. It's so easy to collapse that you're gonna lose the mat again. Don't worry if it happens, okay? We may just stay with that right now. That's fine, absolutely fine, good. Press down, roll yourself gently upwards, good. And again, if I show it to you one more time, you're elongating, okay? You're taking your feet backwards and you're going forwards. Again, I don't even have the mat. I'm elongating the front and the back body. Perfect. Okay? That is the idea. Wonderful. Thank you so much. You did amazing. You can practice these things at home sometimes for yourself. Good. Wonderful. Thank you.